Hey out there on YouTube, how we doing today? Now as you can see, there's this huge box right here from CRKT. I'm going to tell you point blank, it's not a knife. It's a very interesting review that we have for you today. So stay tuned as we roll that intro and we're going to get right into it. Alright guys, as you saw by that intro, here is our look at another of the Forged by War series. This one is the combat stripping tool. Now what I think is really cool is it's designed by a former Army combat medic, Kelly L. Rodriguez. Now I'm going to give you a little quick thing and just let you know a lot of info about the Forged by War program we put out in our very first video, The Clever Girl. We're going to leave a card somewhere right up here. Go ahead and click on that so you can learn more about this incredible program by CRKT. Now, what I love about this tool is the idea for the combat stripping tool was born from a deployment she had as a combat medic assigned to a forward surgical team. Now, according to her, there were times when trauma shears just couldn't get the job done, and she tried to figure out something different to help, remove clothing, remove gear, remove stuff quickly from a soldier so they could get the help that they needed. Now, before I even show you the combat stripping tool, for those of you who aren't familiar, these are trauma shears. Nothing fancy to them, okay? Nothing fancy whatsoever. They're just like a big pair of scissors. You got to stick them in and go through. According to her, and I've talked to some other combat medics, one from a deployment to Afghanistan and another from way back when in Vietnam, and they had said basically they've never had shears fail on them. Now, Miss Rodriguez had said basically she was worried about this part getting gummed up or the repetitive stress on your hands from doing that. And I can tell you from working with paracord and having a clip, strip, singe, do all that wonderful stuff, your hands start to ache after a while. But these are trauma shears, okay? Nothing special about them. They're from the Madison Supply Company. Of course, big white thing. It's going to be hard to see. Nothing huge. Nothing fancy. Okay? So, without further ado, this is the combat stripping tool. It comes in a neat little pouch. It does have a little area in here for a spare blade. It has MOLLE attachment, and here we go. This is the combat stripping tool. Okay? Nothing fancy. Like I said, it's just one big plastic thing. It has an oxygen tank wrench. It has a little measuring thing right here, and here's your blade. Trust me, that blade is freaking sharp. If you've ever worked with paracord before, you know it can be a bear to cut at times, but just freaking wow. Okay? So, let's get into this guy before we try to have a small little practical demonstration. Now, there's her watermark right there. It's a modification on the caduceus. If you guys don't know what a caduceus is, that's like the medical doctor, the big old insignia that they have. But here we go. We're going to get into this guy. Now, it's got an overall length of 8 inches. The blade length, which I think is funny because this is your blade right here, is 2.125 inches. It has a weight of 1.5 ounces. So seriously, it's really lightweight. Now, what I thought was funny is the blade steel is Feather Safety Blade SS with a Rockwell rating of 56/63. The blade finish on a frickin' razor blade, which had me, just laughing, it's satin. Now, they say the handle is glass reinforced nylon. Basically, it's just plastic. It fits really well in your hand, whatever way you're holding, like try to pull up or, cut or whatever. It fits really well. I like the fact she put, the 2 finger chorals on the back and the little thing on the front to help with the gripping and, the holding. Now, what I love is, just like with the Clever Girl, 10%, I believe it's all of net sales, are going to be donated to Kelly's charity of choice. And that is Operation One Voice. What Operation One Voice does is they raise funds and awareness for the financial needs of children and families of wounded and fallen special forces. That's pretty freaking cool. Okay. Now, I'm going to get into the last little bit of stats, and then we're going to try something here just to see how well this thing works. Now, the cost over on CRKT's website is $29.99. Over on Amazon, it's $19.84. The rating over on CRKT's website, well, there's not a rating. No one's reviewed it on their website. Over on Amazon, it's got 4.8 out of 5 stars, and there were 7 reviews. Now, this is what had me laughing. The only negative review it got is because, honestly, this thing didn't come with instructions, and they're like, well, I couldn't figure out how to, replace the blade, so I have to ding you. But I'm going to show you how to do that in just a moment. So I'm going to hit pause on this thing while I get everything reset up, and we're going to give some stuff a little tryout here. So bear with me. All right, guys, thank you so much for bearing with us. Now, like I said, I'm going to show you how to replace that blade. If you look basically right here, you can see where there's kind of a little slit right here. And it looks like you should slide it that way. But no, it just simply slides forward. You remove the plastic piece, and there's your blade that you can pull out and replace. And when you want to redo it, just simply put it back in and slide her home. And it's secure, ready to go. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I don't have anyone, that I can knock on the ground and say, okay, hey, play like you're a patient. So I looked around the house and I figured, what the heck? Let's find something that simulates really, really tough cutting. A very simple bath towel that we got from Walmart for like $5. Very simple. Okay. And I'm going to take trauma shears. I don't know if you've ever cut a towel with a normal pair of scissors, but it's a pain in the butt. So that was like 4 or 5 having to do that. Okay, now let's just see how this one goes. And yes, I went on an angle, so forgive me there. I'm kind of shocked, kind of surprised. It cut pretty smoothly, It's kind of hard to simulate cutting a pant leg, so forgive me, okay? But just... whatever. Hopefully you saw that before. That's just through towel. But there it is, guys. A look at the combat stripping tool. I know it probably didn't come out that well, but I would rather prefer to hold it as opposed to having to do this. I don't know about you guys, but, anything that makes life a little simpler, especially when you're out in the field in a bad situation, I'm all for. But, like I said, normal pair of trauma shears, combat stripping tool. In my opinion, I'd go with one of these. But, I want to know what you think. So leave your comments, as usual, down below. Now, if I'm doing this right, in just a little bit, you should see, our company logo popping up, probably right over here somewhere, and some videos that YouTube is going to think are going to be good for you. I'm going to tell you point blank, one of these videos is going to be the last one we shot, and the other one's going to be something that YouTube thinks is great from our catalog for you. Please do the wonderful like, share, subscribe. And if you're a first-time viewer on our channel, this is one of the first videos you're seeing, thanks so much for spending some of your, much-desired time with us. But there we go, guys. The combat stripping tool. Second in our reviews of the Forged by War series. Thanks for watching, and have an incredible day.